Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what you sound like, James.
You sound like James. Is what you sound like, James.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
JD.
James. I call him James.
No,
Everyone
JD.
else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's a little bit weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
A lot of disappointing things have happened this week, and not disappointing things.
Well, disappointing is the correct term because I don't know if you heard, but you're the brother of our favorite icon, Logan Paul. He did something this week.
Logan Paul did something this week?
No, the brother of Logan Paul did something this week.
Logan Paul did something this week?
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It happened live.
Wow. It was so solid the whole time.
Netflix streamed it, I think.
Netflix
and
streamed it and it crashed.
And so did a lot of other people on Twitch. And that's kind of how I watched it. I was just sitting in a Discord with a bunch of my friends. We were doing Lost Ark raids, and then one of them was just like, "Hey, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight is being streamed right now. Let's watch it while we do the raids." And we did, and it wasn't the most interesting thing ever. In fact,
No,
I'd say it was very uninteresting.
It's so crazy to me that the best fights were the middle two and not the first or last one.
Yeah, I mean the whole
they're really
fight
sandwiched in the best moments.
I wasn't like super paying attention. I was like glancing here or like here and there. It's playing in the background. Like the only times that when I looked over and watched it, the only thing I really saw was like early on they just hugged each other a bit to give each other a little bit of smoochies. And then Jake Paul was just throwing punches. Mike Tyson's like dodging them or tanking some of them. And that was it. I don't think I saw Mike Tyson throw out that many punches.
He did not. I literally watched a video that was called Mike Tyson's best hits of the night, and I think it might have been every punch that landed. It was just all the punches that landed, and it was literally 5.
Yeah, Mike Tyson didn't really go on the offensive that much. So I mean, it was overall not a very interesting fight because it was just a lot of one-sided defense. I think Jake Paul won, if I wasn't mistaken. So hey, congratulations! Let's give a round of applause to our boy, Jake Paul. Congratulations for beating.
Listen to that round of applause that we're playing there. Can't you hear it? The round of applause, man.
That was a really delayed soundboard thing.
You know what's funny? On my side, it wasn't.
So, yeah, I mean, congratulations to him for beating Mike Tyson, who's pushing 60. I think he's like 58.
He's 58.
You know, he's a senior citizen at this point. I mean, I would consider him a senior
citizen. Has not been in shape for a very long time.
Like a few months ago, he was like almost dead or something, right? He like almost died.
Yeah, that's why they had to postpone it, because he had like a fucking injury. And it's my favorite thing. Fucking Tyson's like, I can't blame this on my injury, and it's like, no, Tyson, I think you can. I think you.
Well, Tyson, I think there's a lot of things you can blame it on.
Problems going on.
Mike Tyson's is a hilarious dude, and I'm just basing that off of like the one clip I saw of him doing like an interview for like a little girl, and the little girl's like,
so funny.
The little girl's like, so Mike Tyson, I don't even know what question she asked. It was just like a normal question.
She asked him like, what do you think this fight will leave as a legacy for you? It was something like along those lines, like, hey, how do you think this fight will like affect
and then
your
Mike Tyson, he goes like on a rant about like his life and like now he's like lived like a hard life and stuff, and this is gonna be like the end all be all or something. But
no,
anyway,
it wasn't.
Really
it was just like I'm just a guy. It's like, no, Mike Tyson, you're not just a guy. You're Mike Tyson.
I think we're talking about two different interviews here.
The little girl.
I'm talking like 12, 13-year-old girl. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, what do you think this fight will have for your legacy? And he just starts going on like a tangent, and it's like essentially all he says is like, no, I'm just a guy. I'm gonna fucking die. I don't give a shit about legacy. I hate when people talk about legacy. I don't like a legacy. I don't have like. He just starts like getting it's like,
he gets like super. I saw a meme video where the title is like Mike Tyson forgets he talks to like a 12. He's talking to a kid. And so
Mike
he just
Tyson
starts
forgets he's
spitting
talking
into
to
this
somebody who's
microphone.
not actively fighting against him. He was not
Yeah.
giving any pushback. He's just talking.
Yeah. So anyway, that was a thing. Um, Jake Paul. I mean,
Well, hold
he's
on. There was also another great interview he did, JD.
was there. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
super in tune with the.
I might have sent
I
you an
wasn't
image
keeping
of
up
it.
with it. Oh, let me see. Interesting. What's going on there?
So, Mike Tyson was doing an interview with his son, by the way, just for context to this
Is
picture.
his son the one on the left, or
No, that's his like one of his coaches. His son is off screen for this shot. But
okay?
he's talking to him, and he's talking to him this whole time wearing what you see he's wearing. And they're having like just a conversation, and then like Mike's like, "Okay, thank you, son." And he kisses his son on the cheek, and then he turns around and he waddles away, and the
Mhm.
camera just looks over. And by the way, this is one of the times where it crashed and the screen froze.
Okay.
It was just this picture
It
for like
froze on
5
this?
minutes.
I gotta say, man, Mike Tyson's got some.
This.
Mike Tyson's got some huge lats. That's what we're all looking at here.
Uh-huh.
We're totally not looking at his lack of undergarments. What is he wearing?
He's wearing a thong.
Oh, he's wearing a thong? Is that what is that? Is that supposed to be something that he's wearing, or
I have no clue. But he's also got like straps. Do you see
he's got
that?
like a belt? Yeah, he's got like a belt, and he's got like straps.
A weightlifting belt or something and a thong on.
Yeah, and he's got straps like that are like cupping his ass cheeks. Wow. Yeah.
This is all he wore while he talked to his literal son. And the greatest thing is like this is all off camera, and it's like a fucking bit in a TV show where they do like a fucking gag where you like walk away and this is what you see.
You don't mind if I use this as the thought?
No, go ahead.
You think I could get away with just using this uncensored?
Oh man, that's a good question. I want to say
it's Mike Tyson's ass. I think I'm gonna try doing it uncensored. I think even if he full moons, he full moons like the audience. I think we can get away with it.
Dude, it's so crazy. It's so crazy that it froze on this for like 5 minutes for some people.
Yeah.
And
They just had to watch Mike Tyson's ass when he's wearing a thong and a fucking like deadlifting belt. What is this?
So good, dude. There were so many good moments that were.
Is this for like a weigh-in or something?
No, because they did the weigh-in the previous night. They already did the weigh-in.
Where is this? What is happening here?
This is this locker room.
Oh, this is a locker room? Oh, I mean, it makes more sense that he's naked,
fight. He I think just got there and was getting like the wraps on his hands and all that shit put on.
It makes more sense that he's naked then if he's in a locker room.
Fuck, dude, it's so funny that it's just like we think he's in boxing shorts or something, and then it's like because they pan over to the son and the son's like, "Well, thank you, Dad. You know, I'm really excited for him to fight tonight."
Thanks,
and the cameraman just starts slowly panning over as he walks away.
I might do a little thing where I just cut off like the bottom half of his ass in the thumbnail, and I think that is totally cool. That might be totally fun. I don't know if Full Moon is gonna cut it.
Put big googly eyes on the guy in the white coat.
Yeah, okay.
Looking down at it.
Yeah, looking down. I'll Photoshop that one YouTuber who says Zam, and then I'll put the Zam in there, and then have him be looking down at their ass.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Oh, dude.
Wow.
So I want to talk about right before we get to the Paul and Tyson fight, because there's not really much to say. I want to talk about the previous fights.
Okay.
Did you watch the previous fights, or did you only watch the Paul and Tyson fight?
I watched the Paul and Tyson fight only.
Okay. So, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
A YouTuber fought somebody at this match for the opener.
There was another fight for opening?
There were 4 fights total, 3 of them as the build up to the title match, which was the Paul and Tyson. So I've just sent you another thing on Discord of all the fighters. So JD, when I show you this, who do you think the YouTuber is?
YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's hard to guess. I'm guessing for that fight
other
for
than
fight
Jake
one.
Paul, other than Jake Paul.
For fight one, I'm guessing the YouTuber is the one without the tattoos.
You're correct.
Because he doesn't look like the best shape.
Well, here's the thing. Neither of them were.
Yeah, I was about to say both. It was hard to tell because both. If you told me that the one with the tattoos was the YouTuber, I'd be like, yeah, I can see it.
Dude,
second fight looks a bit better. I can't really tell harder.
We'll get into it. That one, the Mario Barrios versus Abel Ramos and Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano were the best fights and should have been the main fights of the night.
I was about to say fight 2 and 3. I can't really tell. I'm guessing
fight 2 and 3 were so fucking good, and it was so rigged for the third one, by the way. The third one is a really great fight.
Rigged.
One of the ladies kept throwing headbutts, which you can't do in boxing.
Headbutts? That was something I would like to see.
So many rules and won and threw not as many punches and did not land as much, but it was also still a really good fight. Like, one girl's eye was fucking busted open. Like there was a giant cut going over the fucking eyelid that was peeling down.
Interesting.
Again, the second and third fight were so fucking good. And then the first and last one were goddamn disappointment. The first one, they don't know how to fight. And dude, there were so many moments where the guy with tattoos would throw an uppercut and the guy would be like 3 feet away from him. It was like watching a fighting game and they're trying to figure out the controls.
Wait, neither of them knew how to fight? Is that what you're saying?
They're not both pros.
Okay.
I don't know if they did amateur boxing before this for the training and whatnot, but they are not pros.
It's just air boxing. They're just both air boxing.
It's so bad. And they would hug each other constantly. They could not stop
what
hugging.
is with the hugging? They need to make a rule where you can't hug in this because that is the most boring thing I've ever seen.
You're not supposed to, but people keep doing it. I don't get it. Like
it's like to buy time or something, right? Like if you're worn out, you need to catch your breath. You just go in for a hug.
But you're not supposed to because of that. Yeah. Also, Tyson.
And then the ref has to come in and like break you up.
Yeah. Again, Tyson is a big reason you're not supposed to hug. Are you aware of why?
Is it because he bit off that dude's ear?
Yeah.
You know, the entire time when we first started watching, we were watching Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. All our friends were like, "Yeah, get his ear, bite his ear."
Dude, that was my favorite meme on the build up to this fight was everyone making videos of Mike Tyson just biting off Jake Paul's ear. Just, I'm sorry I have to do this thing, Mr. Paul. I really enjoyed your content, but yeah, it's looking so scrumptious. And it's just a chopping noise.
James, that impersonation, it's not quite right because Mike Tyson now is like super. His like voice got like super grovelly. It's almost like unlistenable too. It's like, I'm sorry about that, man. I'm gonna have to go and bite your ear off because I just want to do that, and I wanted that to be my legacy, man. That's what he sounds like now.
Dude, I saw this meme right after the fight of this guy who's like fucking breathing heavily. And so he's like in the joke, he's Mike Tyson. And they're like, yeah, Mr. Tyson, you know, we said we pay $60, but here's 57. That's all we got. And he's like, that's fine. It's just like, oh my God, this is an old man.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Tyson sounds like an old man. You know why, James? Do you know why he sounds like an old man?
He's an old man.
Because he's an old man, James.
Dude, I feel so bad for my dad watching this because he turned to me at the end of all this. He did. He stayed up till 9:30 to finish it.
Wow. What a man.
It broke him because he kept the entire night. He kept telling me about his stories of as a kid watching boxing, how he was pulling up clips of boxing matches he was at in person and pointing out where he was in the crowd. He was telling me all these glorious things, and then we get to the final fight and it ends, and he turns to me, JD, and he deadpan just says, "That was it. I stayed up for this."
He goes, "What?"
Yes, this is a man who goes to bed at
fights 1 through 3
and does
too.
not like staying up later. Yes, he watched every fight. Hated the first one. Loved the second one. Was happy about the third one, but fell asleep. Woke up to the fourth one. Fell asleep. Woke back up. It was over. He's like, "What the fuck?"
What?
Dude, because he was like, Why does Jake Paul just keep sticking out his tongue and shaking his head? Why does Mike
Oh
Tyson
yeah, I
keep
forgot that Jake Paul keeps like taunting Mike Tyson throughout the fight too. He just he goes out, he does a little like he does the nana nana boo boo thing at Mike Tyson, and then Mike Tyson's just huddled behind his fists,
dude, Mike
doesn't throw
Tyson
out any
kept
punch.
biting his glove.
Does he keep biting his glove?
He does. If you watch, he keeps raising his glove up and like putting it in his mouth when he's not throwing a punch. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Dude, I have to
Mike,
say,
what
man,
is this?
I went to um I went to a Muay Thai class for the first time,
Fuck Muay Thai.
like 5 days ago with William because I was just hanging out with him, and one of William's friends was like, "Hey, you want to come to Muay Thai class and try it out?" And we were just like, "All right." And I have to say, man, they don't wash anything in there. Like it's like the dirtiest gym you could possibly think of. Well, they don't wash anything, so the gloves stink like shit, and like the shin guards stink, and you're also barefoot because it's Muay Thai.
Mm-hmm.
Like you probably would not like it very much, but like Mike Tyson putting the glove in his mouth. I mean, I'm gonna guess it's a new glove, so it's probably not as bad. But I definitely wouldn't put my
glove for the event.
I was like I couldn't put the gloves near my face because it was just like I didn't want to. It disgusted me.
No, yeah,
so the instructor was just like, you gotta guard your chin. You gotta guard your chin. I'm like, I know, but I don't want to put it near my face.
Sir, have you smelled the equipment we're using? Yeah, so this is cottage cheese. Not even.
Yeah, it was bad. It was not very good.
I doing karate for like almost my entire childhood. I'm very aware of how bad that shit smells, and people do not wash their stuff.
Yeah, they don't wash the equipment there, so
it amazes me how
like
fucking
all they gotta do is toss. Like, there's got to toss in a laundry machine for like once a week. It's not that hard.
Dude, people wouldn't wash their fucking karate gis. They would just like leave that shit sweat stained. So it would just have like giant yellow fucking streaks going down like every like from the armpits and shit. And I'd just be standing like, I don't want to wrestle the 35-year-old who won't wash himself.
Yeah, that's how you get ahead in a fight. When you stink like shit and the other person doesn't want to fight you. It doesn't want to get near you because of your stench.
Sir, I already have to go. I already go to a convention.
So yeah, like these guys, they train in like these same gloves all the time, and then the second the training's done, they just take it off, throw it into like this bin, cover it up, and they just let it sit there, like marinate. So.
Oh yeah, no, same shit again with karate. They would have pads.
I also broke the. I also accidentally broke the cover for the box when I was trying to open it because it's like this really. They have like
JD.
It's this plastic like clip-on lid, and I was just trying to take it off, and it's hard to take off, so I just accidentally cracked it when I was taking it off. I don't think they care that much since
they were like, oh, finally we have an
excuse. Since the gloves themselves are also like in horrible condition, so I was like, they're probably fine with it.
You put the glove on, you feel that there's no padding between your knuckles and the glove, and you're like, oh.
I put the glove on, and it was hilariously large compared to my body.
Your hand?
Yeah, because James, how like I'm not like the shortest dude ever, but like
you're a petite little boy, yes.
But my frame is small, so like my hand, like things look big compared to when I hold them in my hands, comparatively. So I was just like, I have like clown gloves.
Where I gave you a Glock, and you said, James, why is the gun so big?
I put on a couple of gloves that I thought would fit me, and it looked all right. And then when I turned around, the one of the instructor assistants was like, "Hey, you're wearing the kids' gloves." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." So I take them off. They like fit perfectly, by the way. I take them off and I put on these overly huge gloves, and they were like, "Yeah, now you got it."
No, you just got to hit him with the "I'm aware."
Anyway, yeah.
Oh my god, no, it was gross. I kept watching Jake Paul stick his tongue out, and I'm like, hey, Tyson, it'd be a great time to hit him when his hands are down and his tongue is out and he's shaking his head wildly.
When his hands are behind his back and he sticks his head out and he's shaking his tongue at you. Maybe that would be a good time to throw a punch.
Maybe hit him now. It's so crazy.
Did they pay off Mike Tyson to just not punch? Is that what happened?
I think Mike Tyson just knows he's an old man and could not physically do this anymore.
Yeah, you think
I think he got in shape and was just like, fuck, I'm 58.
You can get in shape, and I think Mike Tyson is in pretty good shape for his age.
Yes.
But I don't think a 58-year-old can just normally box at that level anymore. It's just not possible.
You have to remember, Mike Tyson also wasn't in shape for like a long time of his life post boxing. This guy was like happy, just living his life,
Yeah, he
and
was
like,
done.
yeah,
He was good. He was living the
he
normal
lost
life.
a lot of weight to do this. He got very fit to do this, but then it's like that's going to take a toll on your body when you do that so quickly.
Yeah. When you do it so
And
quickly and you're also old, so
mhm.
it's just not the best combination.
And I'm going to hear people be like, Jake Paul, he went from an underweight to a heavyweight, and it's like I don't give a shit.
Jake
He
Paul did. I
he
saw some picture. Didn't we see some picture of Jake Paul being like really like
yeah.
fat or something? Was that real?
Well, yeah,
Did he actually do that?
he was wearing a gut to mock Mike Tyson.
Well, not
Because
the
yeah, Mike
gut. I
Tyson
meant
had a
like him
gut.
like bulked up, like his
No, yeah, those
that
were
was
fake.
real.
Yeah, those were fake photos of him like looking fat. But yes, he is bulky
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Uh, compared to how he was like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Hmm.
I will say. The first guys, I do not think they were in fighting shape. They have no
Those
definition
two
anywhere.
first guys, they
have
picked them
no
up off the
muscle.
street. They were just like, "Hey, you want to be the opening to a
Dude,
fight night?" And then they were like,
I
"Okay."
I loved watching them
Hey,
fight.
you want to
'Cause
go
I'm
to
like,
Muay Thai class
these
for
are
the first
just
time?
two
All right.
guys. These are just two guys they
They're just two
grabbed.
guys. They're just two bros.
They're just no, because they are. Because at the end of the match, they like start clapping to each other and hugging, and I was like, these guys, these guys are not the opener they should have gone with.
That's really funny. How wholesome. Just a couple of cards. They
Yeah,
are.
just two guys just chilling, and then it's like the second guys are like, "This is the fight of our fucking life," and they're
Yeah,
fucking swinging, dude.
the second two guys are just like, this is the big screen. We're on Netflix.
Dude,
We gotta go.
the other two guys kept going. I understand it now, and fucking landing punch after punch on each other, just fucking like thunder, 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 and it's like,
I'm not
where
gonna
is
lie.
this energy coming from all of a sudden?
So okay, not to like go super off topic, but back to the Thai class thing. It was really funny because it was the first time me and William went to like a martial arts class. And William was just like, he was telling me like, hey man, don't worry about it. We're just gonna be like punching bags or something, just like doing some normal body weight exercises. We're not gonna spar. And then you know what the first thing the instructor says when we get in there? He's like, all right, guys, let's spar up. Put on your gloves, put on your shin guards. We're going to spar.
Fucking Tom Cruise. So what's
And
next?
I give William that Kurt Angle stare. I'm like, oh, really? And you know who I'm sparring with? I'm sparring with William, right? Because we're both new.
That fucker knew it.
I have to say, William is twice my weight. Literally twice my weight. So... but it's okay because William's also like the worst fighter I've ever seen.
I was about to say, JD, it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
It is hilarious watching William try to throw punches because the thing is like he's all about like strength and power, right? So he's just like, oh, the harder I throw a punch, the better the punch is going to be, right? So when he throws a punch, it like the strength he throws it at like carries him forward, so he like goes so he falls off. He's like stumbling around every single time he punches because because he doesn't know how to fight, right? And I don't know how to fight either, but I was listening to the instructor give us tips and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, you gotta put your heel up on your leg and like balance your weight and just like turn your body while you throw a punch. It's about like how fast you throw it. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So I was trying to like get the punch technique down right, and then William's just like Hail Marrying it, and every time he punches forward he like leans forward, stumbles forward a bit, and he was like the goofiest thing ever.
So what I'm hearing is William essentially
Not only
is the same
that,
as the guys from the two first rounds.
I say sparring, but it's more just like punching the other person's gloves. Like it's not really, yeah, it's not like we're punching each other in the face. So we're just like practicing like the 1-2 punch where you throw out a punch with your right arm and then throw a punch with your left arm. And so I was doing that, and then William, he kept, every time he throw out the 1-2 punch, first off, when he throws a punch he closes his eyes like he's like he's like shooting a gun, and he was getting pissed off at himself for closing his eyes. he's like why the fuck am I closing my eyes every single time? And he's like, did I just do it again every single time he throws a punch? And I'm like, yeah, you just keep closing your eyes.
Oh, poor
So then,
man.
like the second half of the spar, he has his eyes like wide open, staring at me, because he's like I don't know why I keep closing my eyes, so I'm just gonna stare at you. So I kept
Listen.
laughing because he's looking at me funny. But every time he closes his eyes when he punches, he throws out the first punch, and then when he throws out the second punch, he hits himself, like his own glove, with the second punch. And that happens every single time
his glove
too.
back.
Well, when he pulls it back, he like hits his glove on the way back with his other glove. So he like punches himself when he does the 1-2 punch. It was so funny, dude. Holy crap.
I really want to go to this Muay Thai cast.
I wish you were there, just like watching it, because it was you're like, when you say like, oh, you know, it's just your first time, of course you're going to be bad. That was on another level of bad. Like it was like you have zero talent for this. You need to pursue a new career. That kind of bad. Like eyes closed, hitting yourself. Like
Yeah, I thought like the guys in the first round, like throwing the fucking
you thought those guys were bad. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
And those are guys with training, kind of.
Yeah, it was it was really funny. So it was more funny that he was getting angry at himself because he kept closing his eyes.
Dude, I'm dead. The fucking air punch. That'd kill me if I saw it in person.
Yeah. Anyway, you know, just a little bit of work on the footwork, and you know what he said to me? You know what William said to me after we left too? We left, we were in the car, we were driving, and he was like, yeah, you know, if I think if I kept going there, that instructor definitely would like, he'd take me in as like a protege, you know?
No.
Like he would train me personally.
No.
And I was like, I give another Kurt Angle stare, like, oh really? You know, I guess we can all dream here. We can all dream. That's not illegal. He's not going back to, I don't think we're going back to Muay Thai class. Well, he might go back to it.
If you do, content.
He might go back to it because his friend's in there and stuff too. I realized how out of shape both me and William are for when we did the Muay Thai class, because we were doing like warm-ups and stuff. And you know, we had a jump rope for warm-up.
Yeah.
And James, we haven't jump roped since like elementary school. So we look like idiots because we forgot how to jump rope.
Oh no, you guys look amazing out there.
I was like throwing the rope around. I was jumping really slowly because I was like trying to like I was like trying to ride that bike again, you know. It's not quite like riding a bike where you never forget, but you know, it was like the rope kept getting caught in my legs and stuff. I was like, oh man, I forgot how to jump rope. I haven't jump roped in so long. And then William kept getting leg cramps. That's just what happens. That's why we never do leg day when we go to the gym. I have to do it on my own because he keeps getting leg cramps.
I can't.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Fucking... Muay Thai class was hilarious.
Oh,
very funny. God. There was like this little girl in there with the rest. It was like me, William's friends, so like a bunch of dudes who were like around 20 like mid 20s. And the instructor, and then there was just like a girl who was like 14 in there, just in that class. Oh my
god, who could she even spar?
She sparred with one of William's friends.
Sparring you. She should have been sparring you.
No, well, James, hold on a second now. It's not. I'm not okay.
Weight class wise, that's what happened.
Weight class wise, I would probably be the closest to her.
Exactly. That's why you two should have been sparring.
Yeah, but I'm also new, and that girl wasn't new. So
yeah, but here's the thing, JD.
You can't spar.
When I as a fat little kid went to my karate classes, I'd get paired up with like people because they would see me and they'd be like, "Oh, well, obviously you're like 200 pounds or something." Yeah. And I was like, "I'm actually
obviously not." You're like 200 pounds when you were a kid. Wait, how old were you?
Fucking like 14. I wasn't, by the way, but like they'd always say that because I was just a fat kid. Right. So they wouldn't pair me up with the 3 other kids. They'd send me off to the 35-year-old dude. Again, this is the guy who doesn't wash his gi. And I'd have to fucking fight him. And he would not, like, you're supposed to work with your partner for, like, especially with newcomers.
Yeah.
He would not work with me.
Out.
He would actively fight against me when we would be doing techniques that I didn't know.
Mm.
And it was just like always a problem of like I wish I could be with like the kids I actually weigh with. Wish I could be with people who are actually in my class,
Yeah, you're
not
like
this
your
fucking
age range.
adult who wants to beat up kids.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the only other time I've ever been in like kind of a fighting class was wrestling in high school, but that was mostly just for fun. And I went there with my friends, so I was
It's
mostly
Cobra
wrestling
Kai,
with my
do or
friends.
die. There's no fun.
It is fun. It is fun going to wrestling with your friends. I'm not gonna
It
lie,
is.
it is fun.
I'll say this.
The unfortunate thing was that my friends were, well, they weighed more than me, right?
Mhm.
And so sometimes, like quite often actually, I would just not be able to wrestle with them because the coach would come in and be like, "All right, we need a guy to we need a guy to help out the girls over here. Who wants to come wrestle with them?" And then nobody would raise their hand because everyone's in like their friend group with the wrestling. And but another unfortunate thing, I was with two of my friends, so it was a 3-man friend group in this wrestling thing, and my two friends were pretty much the same weight class, and they turned to me and they're like, "JD, you got to go there." And I'm like, "Oh, fine." And so I'd get my
buddy
ass
boy.
beat by what?
I said, "Oh, buddy boy."
They're
up.
like, "Oh, JMD, you got to go over there, wrestle with the women.
Jamda. Oh, Jamda.
You got to wrestle with the
It's
women because
it's
they're
your
in the
time.
same weight class as you." And I'm like, "Ah, shit." And then I get my ass handed to me.
You got 3 minutes.
You got 3 minutes.
3 minutes of playtime.
And I get the most compliments from women that I've ever got in my life in that wrestling class. That she said to me, I like tackled, or I did like a takedown on her, and she was like, "Ow, you have like a really bony shoulder." And I was like, "Oh, sorry." And she was like, "No, that's a good thing." I was like, "Oh, thanks." That was the compliment. That had a really bony shoulder.
He gave me compliments, and I was like, "Is that the compliment?"
I did notice that I have there's like I've like got a weird like bump on my right shoulder. It's like on my bone, but I don't have it on my left shoulder. But it's always been there. So I don't think it's probably what was the term for it? The term where it's not going to hurt you.
Malignant.
No, that's the opposite term.
The movie.
Anyway, so yeah, that happened. It's fun. You should try it out. Fighting. I'm not much of a fighter though.
I've never done Muay Thai, but like I said, I've done karate and I've done like a few other kind of like contact sports like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say no.
What about now, James? Are you willing to do it now? At your old age? Like you're like you and Mike Tyson are not too much different. I don't know if contact sports would be too well for you.
I'm gonna show up in Mike Tyson gear.
You're gonna show up with a thong, ass out, and then like kiss your son on the lips, and then to walk out and be like, "All right, man, I got this. This is my legacy right here."
He doesn't kiss his son on the lips. He kisses him on the cheek. But people keep saying he kisses him on the lips, and it's like I don't know why people think that.
Well, it's because Tom Brady, Tom Brady did it.
Yeah, everyone's like,
he popularized
one for dad. Hey, don't forget, one for dad.
Hey, starts walking away. You forgot something. Dude, where my kiss at?
It's so gross.
Where my kiss at?
As he's getting a massage in front of the masseuse.
Where my kiss at?
Where my hug at? Tom Brady was a "where's my hug at" guy.
Yeah, he was. It was really funny.
No, it's very dangerous. Call the cops.
Yeah, so that was the Mike Tyson fight. All in all,
again,
it was not
the second and third fight, amazing. If you're gonna watch like it, if you see it's on Netflix and you're like, "Oh, I want to check it out,"
watch the second and third fight. It's cool.
Coughing. Only watch those. Don't watch anything else. Apparently, there were like 4 other fights that they didn't televise.
Really?
Yeah.
They were just in the arena or something?
There's pictures of it, and it's like, when did this happen?
Oh,
but
so
it's at the place.
It just happened in the stadium. Like the people who bought tickets to watched it.
I guess. I don't know exactly. It's really weird that they didn't include it.
No idea. Anyway, though, some other news, James.
Mm-hmm.
Squid Games season 2. Another Netflix thing, right? On Netflix. I think I saw one of the trailers, and it was I forgot the main character's name. His hair is not dyed anymore, I guess. Didn't
Yeah,
he
no,
dye his
he
hair at the end of
undyes
the
it.
first season?
I know he'll have it, I think, for the first episode, but I think he changes his hair or something.
Okay. Because we watched Squid Game season 1, the dub.
Yes. But by the way, I would love for us to do season 2 with the
Season 2 dubbed?
dub.
We got to
Season 2
watch it dubbed. Yep.
But here's the problem with season 1 and why it will never be uploaded. That audio was a fucking nightmare to listen to, and I was like, I can't, in good conscience, upload this.
Why was it a nightmare to listen to?
Because we were using
Or?
our old recording way where we had the wires, and every time you moved, or like if your hand like held onto it, it would fucking make the worst clicking noise ever.
Oh,
and it wasn't
yeah.
happening on just one mic; it was both of them.
Yeah.
And it was such a fucking auditory like
And the thing
nightmare.
is, we move around a lot because,
despite the fact that we were sitting.
well, it's because whenever something stupid happens on the screen, you involuntarily like put your head back or like have your like neck spasm, and that like moves the mic.
This is true. This is true.
That happens multiple times. Every single time we've done a live commentary in person. So
I can't control the demons.
yeah,
They're too strong.
The demons actually actively try to break out of your neck, and then you just have to sit there, take a second, hold it back, hold it in. Or whenever I say something that makes you like that gets you tilted, you also do that thing where you're all like, hey, this is my favorite character. I'm like, yeah, he's not that great.
Yeah, you were shitting on Ollie for
I was
no
shitting on
fucking
him.
reason.
I was shitting on him. And then every single time you hit me with a Kurt Angle stare, maybe a little bit of neck squirm. But yeah, season 2 Squid Games, it's coming out, and I saw the main character sitting in the room, and he's like, guys, I've done this before, and everyone's like, what?
Guys,
and then it smash cuts to everyone going like,
game.
Everyone like clicking the button like, I want to keep playing, and the main guy's like, no, it's not worth it, and no, we're gonna keep playing, and it looks like they play like the same games from the first. There's some of the games that are the same from the first season.
I'm sure it's going to be a very similar setting, but it'll have differences to like make it actually challenging.
I see. Because the first one was like it was still red light, green light, with the exact like same doll. And then but the main character is like, he's like this is his season 2, so he tells everyone like, hey, this is, don't move, we're doing it. And then one of the pranksters in there was like oh, and he like pushes someone, makes them move during the red light, and then they get shot. So hey, new people, no more Ali, thank God. And
now we have Illa. I
yeah,
think of what Ollie
exactly that.
Was. We have Ollie's pregnant wife.
I can't wait for Squid Game season 2. It's gonna be something. I hope they bring back the same dubs. Great. It's gonna be the same dubs, right? Same dubbers.
I mean, it's the same dubs they use for every fucking show they do, so I hope. Speaking of dubs real quick, I was watching the Yakuza live action TV show dubbed.
Oh, right. Oof. I think I did hear about that. The dub wasn't very good, or the show wasn't very good?
Kind of both. I need to finish watching the show because I genuinely got like through most of the first episode, and I just kind of stopped and I was like, oh God, there's more. It's not great. Which sucks to say because I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know the Yakuza series, the games is like a beloved franchise, so it's a shame that the live action's not quite as good.
I mean, I wasn't expecting like something great, but I was also expecting good fights, at least.
You were expecting good fights?
Yeah, because it's like I don't know, if you're gonna do a lot of series like Yakuza, you kind of need to get the fighting good because that's the main gameplay element, other than catching the panty thief in every single game.
Other than eating the Peking duck in every single game.
Other than racing toy cars in every single game.
Yeah.
Other than the guy that's dressed like a clown and might be a god in every single game.
other than hitting the karaoke every single game?
I suck at it. I can't do it. I'm bad.
You're bad at rhythm games.
I'm terrible at rhythm games. I I get like fucking twisted up when I try to do them.
Hit X. Oh shit.
Oh shit! I hit the turn off button. No,
No.
no, my game and all my info. Oh no!
Are all the characters the same in the Yakuza TV show?
I mean, they're name wise.
That's good enough.
We're meeting the main character who's Kiryu.
Yeah.
When he's like a teenager.
Okay.
And this is the most like non-Kiryu looking person I've seen. Firstly, Kiryu has a kind of long face. This guy doesn't.
Does.
Kiryu's got a really built body. This guy's kind of really scrawny.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this is Kiryu when he's teenager, man.
Right, and that's why I was like, oh, I'm forgiving of it. And then I see that it's the same actor playing him as an adult when he's in prison. And I'm like,
but it was like he gets shredded though, right? For the prison moment.
I mean, he's lean.
Yeah.
He's Jesus built.
Well, okay.
He's got that Jesus definition. That's
I don't know.
it.
I don't know if Kiryu is quite the Jesus build, but
not the buff Jesus ripping apart the fucking cross. The Jesus who did a lot of sit-ups and ate well.
It's not the Jesus who ripped apart the cross. It's Jesus who is on the cross.
Yeah. He's no Jace from Arcane. He's more Victor. But
I haven't watched it still.
Arcane heads. Season 2, Act 2 just came out. Fucking peak. It's still an amazing TV show. Holy shit.
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that. Shut up.
I'm trying to rile up every single Arcane watcher when I haven't even seen it.
They're already going through their grief era right now. We can't hit them with anything worse.
The only thing I've heard about it was that it's good and it's gay. Very gay.
It's good, it's gay, and it's sad. It's really fucking sad.
I heard it's sad. I don't know why it's sad, though.
They keep killing children.
I see.
In
the children killing?
Brutal ways.
Yeah, just killing children. I mean, if you want to
classic pastime of League of Legends players.
Yeah, your average Jax main. You wouldn't get that reference.
I do. I get it. Teemo.
Oh, you get that reference? You get the reference that a famous YouTuber who was a Jax main was actually a pedophile. You get that reference? Okay.
I got that reference.
Okay.
Because that's what all League of Legends players are.
That's funny because I only recently played a League game like yesterday, after like 2 months of not playing it.
Well, Jay, look in the mirror and you'll see the
and
Jax
you know what, James?
player.
We played Clash and we won it. We won the whole bracket. So
wow,
there you go.
3 lanes. Minions.
You're right, James. There are 3 lanes. There are minions. You're right. I can't fault you for that.
Ultimate.
Yeah, how many ultimates do they do in Arcane? 0.
No. They do them.
Guess what, James? Some of the characters in Arcane, they aren't even in the game. So there you go.
Actually, they are. They're just secretly characters. They're just slowly being revealed as other characters by other names, but they're the same people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Vander is actually Warwick.
Oh, really?
Singed is actually Singed.
Singed is Singed. Nobody plays
crazy.
Singed. Nobody plays
Savika
Singed.
is actually a different person.
Okay.
With a robot arm.
Okay.
Timu is actually a little girl named Isha.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, James, you're spoiling Arcane for me. How am I supposed to watch the show now?
Oh no, because you know who Savika and Isha are. Isha, who only just appeared in the show.
Isha and Savika, yeah, I know who they are. Okay,
Isha,
James.
Yeah, who are they? Who are they?
Well, they're little girls.
No, only one.
One is a little girl, and the other one is a whole different character. That's what you just told me. How am I supposed to feel bad for her? She's gonna die, James. I hate to break it to you, but I'm an insider for Arcane. She's gonna die. They're both gonna die.
Hey, JD.
They all die.
Spoiler alert: she already did die.
Oh, see, I guessed it already. You know
brutal
why?
Child death.
You know why? Because I'm a god.
Suicide bombing.
Cool.
It's fucking gnarly.
Why are you laughing as you say that, dude? It's messed up,
it's
dude.
It's just crazy. It's just like you see a
child.
Yeah,
does it come out of nowhere?
Not really, but it's like it's more you see a child in the show and you just get uneasy because you're like, this kid's gonna
You
die.
see a child in the show, you get reminded of Peking Duck and Yakuza. Do you know that reference, James?
I get reminded of playing racing cars with all the little kids that grow up throughout
Because
the games.
William's a big Yakuza guy, and every time we eat at a restaurant, he's like, I wonder if there's Peking Duck on the menu. Get it? Because every time you eat Peking Duck, or someone eats Peking Duck in Yakuza, someone dies. It's a bad omen.
Get it? Get it?
Get it? Get it?
Getting back to Yakuza real quick though.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Majima, he's got the look down and he's got the acting down. Mm-hmm. The story is not that though.
Mm-hmm.
They've really ignored a lot of plot elements and are just like, yeah, no, we know Yakuza. It's about the Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. They don't know anything else about these characters, really.
It's Yakuza.
Like a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to be like, it's called Like a Dragon because he wants to be like a dragon because he watched a guy box when he was 5. That's why, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just that. It's not great so far. I hope it gets better, but oof. Kiryu is not him. It's I keep looking at him, I'm like, dude, what is going on? This is a whole other person. And one of my viewers said that they don't even have a whole ass character in the show. The fucking Kiryu's friend in the Yakuza, who's like the child of like one of the bosses. He's just not in the show, I guess. I haven't seen it yet, but one of my viewers was saying, because they were like, yeah, no, he's not there.
That's cool.
It is cool. Much like Arcane Season 2, Act 2, out now. Watch it before the third act comes out on the 23rd.
All right.
Yeah, free promotion. Boom. That I watched that in the morning, and then I watched the Paul v. Tyson at night, and I'm like, wow. What a dichotomy of
what a stark difference.
what a stark difference of the most peak storytelling I've seen, and then Paul v. Tyson.
You're gonna tell me it's peak, and I watched like episode 1, and it's just 2 girls kissing the whole time.
No.
Is that what episode 1 is?
No, because we don't get that till season 2, unfortunately.
Oh man, season 2, episode
3
1
of season 2, by the way.
Okay, episode 3 is season 2, girls kissing.
Yes, finally.
Bro, it's peak, and I just see a bunch of kids getting suicide bombed. You're like, okay,
several
dude,
times.
you know what? You could say this is peak several times. You could say this is peak. All right,
it is. Watch it. Tell me I'm wrong. Watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it because if I watch it, then I'm gonna think it's good. And then I won't be able to hate on it anymore. Like we always need a hater on the show.
I'll know it's good, and then I'll have to admit
James,
it's good.
I mean, we're all filled with hate here. You hate a bunch of different things. I should hate a bunch of different things. It just balance each other out, you know.
By the way, there are 2 characters in the show that we should absolutely cosplay at some point. Can you guess what their dichotomy is?
Is it a fat guy? Is it 2 friends who are a fat guy and a skinny guy? Is that what?
What would give you that idea, JD? What?
I don't know, James, because every single time you say to me, "Oh, we should cosplay these 2," it's a fat guy and a skinny guy.
I definitely did just send you a picture of what they look like. I don't know why you'd say that.
Oh my god. What's crazy is that the fat guy, I think if I was fat and you were skinny, then we'd fit those roles better, I think.
Because I have the skinny guy's hairline.
Maybe we should just do that where I cosplay as the bigger guy and then you cosplay as the smaller guy, and that's it.
You also will be able to convert your glasses and the goggles for the fat guy.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, they're perfect for us, JD. I don't know why you'd be so opposed. They look just like us.
I'm for it.
They just like us for real.
Yeah, just a couple of cards is what they look like.
These are 2 of the dead children, by the way.
They both died?
They both died. Very brutally.
Cool. Cool.
They weren't the ones that like blew themselves up, but they were caught in the blast and crushed by rubble.
Caught in the blast. Oh my god, they even had the cool death. My God.
No, they had the really slow, sad death of
They
the
were
skinny
just
guy getting impaled by a pipe and then having to stare up at the ceiling, crush his fucking skull as
oh
the
my
fat guy
God.
gets his brains blown out and then also crushed by rubble. It's fucking. It's that's episode 3.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, that's yeah, thanks, James.
Arcane, its peak. Go watch it. I really want people to watch it because
All right.
oh my god.
And then one last thing, because we haven't really talked about it on the podcast yet, but the very quick,
Donald
very
Trump
quick
won the
topic.
presidency.
Yeah, very quick thing happened. Elections happened. Donald Trump won. Welcome back, Mr. President. Let's give it a round of applause. Round of applause.
Wait, hold on. I don't have it open.
And you know, I just have to say one thing is that it's based that Donald Trump beat not one but 2 women in presidential elections. So another round of applause, please. Welcome back, Mr. President. I can't wait for nothing to change and maybe things get worse. So
have you heard
Let's
about
go.
his appointments for fucking seats of power so far?
No, I have not heard anything about that.
RFK is put in charge of fucking of health and safety.
Hell yeah. Hit us with your RF impression again.
I murdered a bear and I left him in the woods. I mean, I didn't murder the bear. I saw it dead, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta pick that up so I can take it. And then I'm like, ooh, I gotta go bird watching, and you know the bird watching people how they are. So I actually had to leave the bear and take it, and I left it in the middle of Central Park in a very specific location and drove off so I could go bird watching.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy who had a literal brainworm and thinks that the fluoride in the water is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fluoride in the water is the only reason our teeth don't look like the British.
I mean, you say that, James, but you call it fluoride, but we call it government hypnosis juice. So you've already been hypnotized, James.
I could tell fucking RFK they're putting fluoride in the toilet paper so that way when you boof it by wiping your ass.
You are the most manipulated man in American history, James. You get gaslit all the time. You get manipulated all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know that, they put gay semen in Starbucks coffee. You think you could convince RFK with that?
JD, I did know.
Could you convince them with that? You think you'd be able to?
JD, I was aware. So, by the way, Elon Musk has been given a position within Donald Trump's presidency. Mm-hmm. And it's a completely new position that he fucking made up.
Mm-hmm.
The efficiency department.
Mm.
It's so crazy how he's putting in charge of these specific departments, by the way. The people who are the least intelligent in those areas, because when it comes to efficiency, Elon Musk is not. When it comes to health, RFK is definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Vice President, Vance is certainly not. I think Speaker of the House has been made Mike Johnson again or something. And he specifically is the guy who is like, Israel, Palestine.
MJ.
I'm Jewish and they're trying to kill me. And it's like, whoa, what?
Well, I mean, he's right, James. I mean, I know there's a lot of people like you, James. And, screaming death to all for there. And, I don't think I'm behind that whole thing.
Oh, what? Oh, what?
But I've got a lot of friends who are like that too, so I'm okay with that.
Oh, what? Say it.
We're all like that, James. I mean, not everyone's sunshine rainbow Teletubby, dude. Somebody's got some deep-seated hatred for whatever reason.
I know. Mike Johnson has some really deep-seated hatred for fucking Arab people, which is why he's been such a proponent of let's fucking drop even more bombs on them. Oh no, they're trying to kill me. But also let's fucking nuke them in the orbit. Let's fucking level them and turn them into a parking lot. These people have literally fucking said, let's turn them into a parking lot. I cannot stress this enough. That's not even a joke. I fucking hate this country so goddamn much.
Move out, James. Move out. Dun, 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 dun.
And go where?
I don't know, James. Go to a better country.
Fucking
Every country is
where?
great. Go to a better country, James.
What's
Might
a
I
better
recommend
country, JD?
Israel?
What, Canada?
Israel? Might I recommend? You can go to Russia.
No, they don't want me.
What about
I'm
Ukraine?
Polish.
What about? Oh, you can go to Poland.
Ukraine
then.
might take me.
You go
Ukraine
to
might
Poland.
take me.
Yeah.
No, Poland's also in some hot water.
They don't like you either, or
They we don't talk about what they did.
okay.
Ukraine might take me, but then again, their government is also pro-Nazis, so it's like fuck.
I mean, the moral of the story is, James, wherever you live, you just say, "I hate this guy."
Ireland. I take it back. There's
Ireland.
one place.
You go to Ireland.
There's one singular fucking beauty. There's one diamond in the rough of this
A
whole
tiny place you can go to.
Ireland.
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 I mean, and
Brothers.
with that, I mean, James, we run out of time.
Sisters.
You know how this whole deal works.
Oh, did you actually want to talk about the presidency? I thought you want to talk about something else.
No, I don't know anything about that. I just know that Donald Trump won. That's like the only thing I know. I don't keep up with it usually.
He won. There's apparently like 20 million votes that weren't counted. Apparently, that I've got no clue.
I kind of hold the same view as William does with elections, where your vote doesn't really matter that much. Electoral college and all that shit.
I mean, it does
So,
matter in the sense of the electoral college will more likely vote for whatever their like locations are, which is why popular votes work so well.
Yeah, they work so well.
They do most of the time.
Yeah, but don't think so.
I think the idea that your votes don't matter is not entirely true, especially when it comes to local governments.
Well, we're not talking about local governments. That's
I know, but you
thing.
do all the voting at the same time, except for like the 2 in between years. But like, you do vote when you go to vote. It's more than just the presidents. It's also like, hey, who's going to be the judge of your district?
Yeah,
who's going to be the
James,
governor?
you government shill. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do.
Yes.
Yeah, all the time you're always complaining about the government, but you're the one who kisses the ass of the government the most, James. I hope you gotta wake up. Wake up.
Big bootlicker over here.
Wake up.
Much like
you're a
Madden
boot sniffer,
from Arcane
James.
Season 2.
You think you're an independent thinker, but really you're just a sheep, James.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stuck in the Matrix.
Bah.
You don't even think the Matrix is real, James.
Steak
That's why you're
tastes
stuck
like
in
chicken. it. Chicken tastes like steak.
Where's that phrase from?
That's Matrix. This is all a trans allegory.
Yeah, well that's all the time we have for today. Because I know I still have to go and edit it, so
I was like really worried something happened when you hadn't said anything for like the past couple days. I was like, fuck, I don't know.
No, I just forgot about it kind of because I was busy yesterday and the day before, and that was
Muay Thai.
about it. Yeah, I mean,
it would be so funny if you guys just never went back.
I mean, I don't think I'm ever gonna go back unless somehow stars align and as I'm hanging out with William, one of his friends calls and is like, hey, you want to come to Muay Thai? And they're like, all right. But other than that, I mean, I'm not gonna go back there on my own. But anyway, that's it from us. If you enjoyed, you should subscribe. Hit that little bell notification icon because that's when you get notified of when these episodes drop every Sunday. They drop every Sunday. If you like James, his links are in the description. And that's it from me, James. Bring us out.
So they added Ghostface to Mortal Kombat.